you sit down. The intention is, well, it's simple. 30 minutes, you tell yourself. Just a quick escape. But then an hour passes, then 2. It's a deeply intimate and honestly a deeply unsettling psychological reality. You sit down for a moment and 3 whole hours completely disappear.
30 minutes becomes 3 hours. Time just disappears. And why does that happen? Because one more match silently turns into 5. One more level inevitably becomes 10. Until somehow, time no longer feels real. It just vanishes. Let's dive into this because I promise you, this isn't an accident. This is design.
Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're opening the door to a world that most of us experience, but very, very few actually understand. What started decades ago as just simple pixels glowing on heavy screens has quietly evolved into a global $100 billion machine. We're going to look at the calculated architecture behind it all and how modern video games have engineered a very specific way to own our time.
Section 1. The illusion of entertainment and the shift from products to ecosystems. To really understand how these systems harvest our hours, we first have to recognize that the very definition of a game has fundamentally changed. Decades ago, the model was pretty straightforward. Games were static products. You bought a cartridge or a disc, you played it until the story ended, and then you moved on. But then the internet arrived, and it completely shifted the foundation of the industry. Games stopped being products you just finish. They transformed into living, breathing ecosystems. In this new paradigm, the core objective shifted entirely. Modern games are built on a few exact pillars. They're vast ecosystems, interconnected communities, and continuous experiences that fuel a $100 billion industry. You see, these companies aren't just competing for your money anymore. They are competing for your time. Engaged players who stay, who return, who basically live in these worlds, they've become the industry's absolute most valuable resource.
Section 2. The psychology of progress and engineering human motivation.
To extract that valuable time, the industry turned its focus inward, zooming right into the architecture of the human mind itself. And there is a heavily documented corporate formula that makes it happen. Step 1 is the unlock, a new ability or a new level. Step 2 is the reward, a quick burst of digital satisfaction. This predictably triggers Step 3, motivation, which ultimately secures the grand prize, Step 4, retention. Every single small success is meticulously designed. It's a psychological loop, specifically engineered to push you to continue, just a little bit longer. Because people love seeing improvement. It's such a simple, profoundly human truth, isn't it? We crave progress. We genuinely want to see ourselves get better, even if it's just a digital metric on a glowing screen. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is that this intimate, emotional need for progress has been systematically harnessed. It has become the bedrock for the highly calculated business of user retention. Section 3. The live service machine and the endless cycle. If the psychology of progress is the fuel, well, this is the massive industrial engine that keeps it burning. Season 1 launches, and before players can even begin to lose interest, a new event drops. Then come the bug fixes, stabilizing the experience. Then suddenly a massive content expansion hits, smoothly transitioning everyone right into Season 2. And the cycle repeats, relentlessly. It's an operation designed with one incredibly simple goal: keep the experience fresh. Because long-term engagement is exactly what creates long-term value. In this machine, standing still literally means falling behind. Modern audiences have essentially been conditioned to expect constant, never-ending improvement. If a game stops evolving, the community just vanishes. The pressure on these companies is immense because the machine can never, ever be turned off. Section 4. Selling virtual identity and the rise of digital economies. Okay, so you have this massive, captive audience spending hours a day in a perpetual cycle. How do you actually monetize that interconnected community? Well, you sell them themselves. Skins, cosmetics, battle passes, digital items. Entire massive economies now exist exclusively inside these games. And what really drives this? It's the community. People don't just return for the gameplay anymore, they return for their friends. They return to be seen by others, because identity exists online too. Think about that profound realization for a second. These digital skins and cosmetics, they aren't physical, you can't actually touch them. But to the user, their emotional value is absolutely enormous.
The way you present yourself in these digital worlds has quietly become just as important as the way you present yourself in the physical one.
Section 5. The attention economy and the ultimate battlefield.
Now, let's zoom out to the macro level, just to see the terrifying scale of the war being waged here. Because the true competition isn't what you might think it is. Modern games are not just fighting other video games. They are actively competing against streaming platforms, social media, movies, live sports. They're fighting against literally everything that consumes your attention, because attention itself has become the ultimate battlefield.
Players become marketers. Through the creator economy, streamers, YouTubers, esports professionals, the communities now do the heavy lifting themselves. They help the games grow. An audience watches a stream, feels the magnetic pull of the community, and logs right back in. Entertainment has completely transformed into a perfectly self-sustaining machine.
So we arrive at the core truth of our explainer. The game itself? It's really only a fraction of the story. Video game companies don't just sell games anymore. They're selling experiences, communities, identity, progress, belonging. They are selling entire digital worlds. Which leaves us with this final, lingering thought. Every hour spent inside a game is an hour spent inside a highly engineered digital world. It's a massive system that most people never fully notice, operating quietly in the background of our daily lives. In this modern economy, your time is their most prized asset. So, who really owns your attention?
This is Corp File, inside the world of big brands. Subscribe to explore the real stories behind the companies that shape our world.